I have a passion to help. I personally have never been addicted to drugs. I don't know what it's like, but I've seen the effects of addiction, and it's hard, especially on children. So I appreciate your time, and I will keep you very posted.
Question, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, absolutely. That's
I think that everybody on this county commission, and I think I can speak for all of them, believe that drugs are the number one problem in our community. And so when you said that some people say that we don't have a drug problem, I think everybody agrees we have a drug problem.
Yes, sir.
And I think all of us want to find a way and find a solution. So thank you for thinking about this, and thank you for bringing this to our attention. So I'm going to assume, based on what you've done and who you've spoken with the district attorney, Rob Carter. He's on board, and he's supporting you fully on this.
I've spoke to Director Shane George, and he is supportive.
He's the drug task force.
Okay.
I asked about the district attorney.
I haven't spoken to the district attorney.
Okay, and you've spoken to the drug task force director, George, and he's fully engaged and on board and supporting
Absolutely.
you.
And he's offered to actually come and help, or even open up a meeting.
And have you talked to the court system, Judge Rich?
I
Chancellor
haven't
Cox?
yet, no.
Have you spoken to the sheriff about this, but you've spoken to Nakia
I've
on
spoken
this?
to the sheriff briefly, and I've had meetings with Chief Deputy.
So the chief deputy, you are on board with all this 100%? Okay, and have you spoken to the county mayor? Is the county mayor on board
I haven't
with
spoken
this?
to the county mayor, no.
Have you spoken to the city of Shelbyville, mayor of Wartrace, mayor of
I've spoken to the mayor of Belleville.
Bellbuckle?
Yeah, I sure have.
And they're all on board with it.
Yeah,
And what do you want us to do on the county commission? What are you asking of us?
I don't need anything from you, Commissioner. I'd just like to have your blessing. And if you can offer any sort of help through this process, that would be great.
Well, that's interesting, because we all want to help, and you've already put it all together, and you're just telling us here, you've already done all this, and you've just come to let us know that that's what you're doing.
You're more than welcome to attend the first meeting. Not
That's
sure
very
what your
kind of you.
objection is
No,
to this
just
this
asking.
effort.
I'm asking, no objection. I'm just curious that this has already been done, and you've just come to us as fait accompli here.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you acknowledging that. Do you have any other questions for me, sir?
Well, I think that's pretty. I think you kind of answered everything.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I appreciate your time.
Thank you,
I think
Commissioner
anything
Maddox.
we can do would be good.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Commissioner. Appreciate it.
Anybody's willing to take a leadership role and do what, I think this was, Commissioner Vick was just to make us all aware that he's starting this initiative, and it's just in the start phases of
I
it.
just don't want to
And
be in
there's
the
some
middle
government
of a criminal
positions that are
investigation
not.
or any kind of thing that would jeopardize ongoing investigations with our judicial system and our sheriff department, with our district attorney, with our drug task force. I don't want to get put in the jackpot on that from the county commission. If you want to go do that, that's fine.
No, that, Commissioner, is a valid point, and I'll address that. That is a very valid point. And because of that, Chief Deputy and I have had many conversations, and the intent is that this would be open, the information that we would use, partake, divulge would all be public information. Anything pertaining to an ongoing investigation, it would be very detrimental for us to speak to that. It would be very detrimental for him to bring that to this committee. I believe the main intent of this is just simply, there are many people within the county. We have our education system, we have our law enforcement, we have us as citizens. There are a lot of folks that are doing independent things to either address the drug problem or they're just simply aware of it. My goal is just to bring everybody to the table. And I'm going to announce again, I'm not an expert at all. I'm just a guy that cares. And all I want to do is open the door and sit at the table and say, thank you, experts, for coming. How can I help?
Do you know when the meeting will be, the
Yes.
first meeting?
We're targeting a Thursday, I believe, Chief Deputy. Is that the best date in February? We're going to do one a
So
month.
we'll know then.
Any other questions for Commissioner Maddox? Thank you, sir, for telling us what our intent was, and I think anything we can push, any type of initiative to help with the drug situation is well done.